Hey, brothers, sisters, all my kings and queens, it's your boy Mduduzi coming back to you out another video. My bad. If you're a first time viewer or a returning subscriber, shout out for checking me out, you feel me? We're gonna go straight into it. As you can see by the topic, lay not up for yourselves treasures, right? And this comes from scripture, which is Matthew 6, verse 19 to 21, which I want to read. And this is the King James Version I am reading. So it says, lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. It's funny, like, when you're reading to yourself, you don't have a problem reading, but as soon as you turn the camera on, there's a bit of pressure. But anyways, as I've just read Matthew 6, 19 to 21, and as you can see by the topic, lay not for yourselves treasures upon earth. You know, I've heard this verse being interpreted in a way where someone said, don't lay up treasures for yourself, but lay them up for your children. Because the word also does say, this is in Proverbs, that a good man leaves an inheritance for his children's children. But yeah, I wanted to speak about this topic, man. Because I got my water bottle stolen from me. Like, you know, I won't lie, like, it's been a minute since something has been stolen from me. I praise God because, you know, He's been watching over my possessions, right? And keeping them for me. It's almost today, just out of nowhere, today is the 4th of January. Yeah, 4th of January, it's a Thursday, 2024, you know, 5 minutes to 6. But anyways, yeah, so God has been faithfully, you know, watching over my possessions. I believe, like Job, you know, he has created a barrier, or he has a hedge of protection he has around me and my things. But yeah, yesterday I got my water bottle stolen from me. And just a quick story, right? So I live in a complex. I normally take walks, you know, go to a certain place to chill out. That's where you can really chill and just be by myself, honestly, you know, when it's too much at the crib. So I had taken my water bottle, and this water bottle that they stole from me, it's quite new. Like, I don't think more than a month old, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, it's not more than a month old. I bought it in December, right? And quite expensive, I won't lie. Like, damn, that's what gets to me. But, like, you know, I'm not someone to cry over spilt milk. Like, it's gone, it's gone. But yeah, what ended up happening is I went out, you know, I went with the bottle. I must have left it there. Coming back, on my way home, I met up with a brother. We started talking. And yeah, we talked for maybe like 2 hours or 1 hour, but like a long time, you feel me? Then from there, I came home. Then, you know, normally I do drink water, or since it's at nighttime, I like to keep my water bottle close to me, like close to my bed, so I can just drink water. Yeah, then I looked for it. I was like, oh, I must have left it back there. I went back. I couldn't find it. And I'm suspecting, I know who I am suspecting stole it, right? But I can't bring a false accusation against them. But what I was thinking, right, because I went back also in the morning today, I didn't find it. I was like, if they can steal a water bottle, guys, like, come on, like, out of all things, like a water bottle, like honestly, like if they can steal a water bottle, we have to be careful because, you know, one thing that convicts me, or I won't say convicts me, but I know it's true, is that I am someone who wants, you know, a fast car. I am someone who wants to be wealthy and have precious as well as quality and just things that are expensive, right? But I know that there are stealers on this earth, right? People steal out here, like, you know, like I'm thinking just a water bottle, like I know, like there's a possibility they could steal the car I am looking to drive. They could run up in your house, you know. I mean, clothing, people steal. I've heard of my brothers, right? They've stole their clothing off the washing line. And that made them really mad. And I'm laughing because it hasn't happened to me, but I understand, right? It's like just stealing from someone is wrong. That's why I feel like it's in the commandments, do not steal. Like, but yeah, brothers and sisters, this is just an exhortation for you not to lay up for yourselves treasures. I believe we do need certain things to survive. You know, Psalm 37 verse 4, if I'm not wrong, says, delight yourselves in the Lord, and he shall give you the desire of your heart. Let me quickly just go there for you guys. But yeah, it's basically what it says, right? Yeah, I'm almost there, matter of fact. Psalm 37 verse 4. Delight thyself also in the Lord, and he shall give thee the desires of thine heart. Right? King James Version. So I believe God will bless us with the desires of our hearts. You know, honestly, as a Christian, I'm someone who has material desires. But especially, I want to focus on things above, you know, like I want spiritual gifts. But I won't lie, like a part of me does want, as I'm saying, the good life, to live in wealth, you know, the finer things in life. So there are things, there are possessions that we are going to have. You know, most of them we don't need. But just be careful because people steal out here, like. And yeah, like a water bottle just got me thinking. Plus, the brother I'm suspecting who stole it, right? You know, I've helped him out. But you know, assessing him, I see that he is definitely in the dark. You know, like if someone's not with Christ, they definitely in the dark. Just depends on how much in the dark, right? But yeah, he's definitely in the dark. But I'm thinking, like, why stoop so low? He probably doesn't even need it. I don't know who's gonna buy it. But let's be careful. Do not lay for ourselves treasures. Yeah, because honestly, I'm someone who, you know, I think about my clothes. I've invested in clothes. They could be, you know, the thoughts I have is that they could be burned up, right? I could come home, all my clothes are burnt. God forbid if the house burns down. But I know that I shouldn't have such an attachment. I should be able to move on. Even like being stolen from now. In the moment, I made sure not to curse anyone. But this is how I was feeling. I wanted him. I was like, oh God, make sure they pay. But this is not the right attitude. Even though they stole from me, move on, right? Like I remember, just a quick thought, my dad, he had his car stolen from him, right? And, you know, in that moment, yes, I remember there was anger. He wished for it back. But, you know, later he went on to buy another car. And I remember one of the things he said was on some, you know, he was giving just like a talk in general. I don't know what happened that day. But he was on some, you see, also when they stole my car from me, I didn't, you know, hold on to like, where's the car? Where's the car? Move on. I bought this car. And that's one thing I remember. I was like, that is so true. There's a book, Who Moved My Cheese, which I suggest, right? And it just talks about basically not staying where, you are not being provided for. For example, right, talks about mouse, or you can even say rats, but I'm gonna say mouse, right? Mice, because that's the plural. Mice, and they're in this maze, right? So they go here and they find cheese, right? These two mice, they go to this certain place and they find cheese. And what ends up happening is someone moves their cheese, or the supply of cheese stops. So when it had stopped, they lingered for like 2 days. Then one of the mice, right, was on some, you know what? I'm gonna go search somewhere else. Like, there has to be other cheese. While the other one stayed and, hoped that it would come back. He was even complaining, who took my cheese? But what ended up happening to the other one who left and went to search for cheese? So the place where they were at, right, where they were being provided for, it was just like a small amount to what he found. He found the factory, like the factory where they produce cheese. And he was out there, living, eating to his fulfillment. But, because it's a maze and he couldn't bring the other mouse back, he couldn't call the other mouse on some. I found the factory, like, but the other mouse was still there hoping that cheese would come by. I say all that to say, it is the same with something being stolen from you. No matter how valuable, move on. If there are means that you can get it back, like your thing has a tracker or whatever, make the necessary things. But if you can't, take the hard blow, because it will definitely hurt. But let's move on, because God has greater in store. One of the thoughts when I didn't find my bottle was, did the bottle have something bad to it? Like, I wonder why it got stolen, like, because it's a water bottle, But yeah, like, I believe God has greater for me. As well as, we are, my mom has been feeding pigeons, right? She buys, I don't know what it's called, but like pigeon food, and she feeds the pigeons. So, it ran out, I think, if I'm not wrong, because I'm not too focused on it, but it ran out. And you still get, pigeons that come by our house, and they're waiting there because we fed them. And it just made me think of that, who moved my cheese. So yeah, don't lay up treasures for yourselves. I believe God will grant you the desires of your heart. Every perfect gift comes from above, and all things that God gives to us, he wants us to enjoy them. But yeah, like, if something of yours is stolen, pray to God about it, because in the moment it will hurt. But let's move on, and let's not lay up treasures, because I think that's how you learn, like, the hard way. You lay up. Like, as I was saying, I haven't been stolen from in quite a while. But it so happened that they stole from me. But anyways, we move. It's your boy Mduduzi. Like if you've liked this video. Comment anything you want to comment down below. Subscribe if you feel it. I'm out. Peace.